Hey, welcome back to Higher Self Human Design video series number 5. Can't believe we're on number 5. Um, and was just trying to figure out what would be the best next step. And I decided to bring to you today the Incarnation Cross um, and give you a quick little overview and invitation to look yours up and discover how that resonates in your field and your awareness for you. And so I'll go into the mechanics of how they get the incarnation cross, but let's talk about first what an incarnation cross is. And literally, it's the crossing of the gates of the neutrinos, or the information that was streaming through and being projected through the crystals that activated you upon your birth, and then during the time that your body was chosen, which was approximately 3 months prior to your birth, right? So the crossing of these four gates is creating a theme for your life's expression. So the cross is basically what I've been told that Ra described as your job description. It's like basically the framework of the purpose of your life. And it's like this essence that's being emanated from your auric field that creates the theme throughout your lifetime. Like the messages that you are lighting up for the world because of your presence here. And so the what the incarnation cross has done for people, and even myself, is like to recognize the impact that your beingness, your natural state, your basically yourself, that's unconditioned, right? So the highest expression and the fulfillment of who you are naturally, your essence, will imprint the field of other people's experience as this message. And so it's like you can recognize for yourself, oh my gosh, like actually, yes, this lights me up. And yes, I can resonate with that. And yes, that feels like, oh, I've left that person, or I've left that situation, or I've left that job, even if sometimes, um, you might not even realize that you're having this imprint in the field of the essence of this that you're carrying in the way that the information is being you know projected from your field. So for instance, if you look at your own chart, this is me. You can see on the right hand side the personality side, which is in black, which is also related to your consciousness, your conscious self. And this is your soul signature. And this is the 70%. The sun sign, which is on top, is the 70% of the essence that you're shining your light in the world with. And the 29 is in the earth gate, the symbol of the earth, which is the grounding energy, the source of my center, my stability, what I can rely on, this essence of the 29. And then for the design side, which is the red, that's going to tell me about my life lesson. So like as I'm moving through life, I'm getting to learn how to resonate the higher end spectrum of these gates frequencies. So again, the sun sign being, it's actually a 14. And then the lower side, which is the 8. And there's so much nuance that goes on within these, with the different levels of the I Ching, which is these 6 levels of the hexagram that shows up in the point 3, so 14.3. And that also points to the profiles, and we'll talk about that in the next video. But the profile and your incarnation cross really help to describe the way that you play out this message or this theme of your life, and how your naturalness of how you the way that you express it. So So for me is the one, the 30.1 of my soul signature, which is part of the profile, means that I have to investigate things, and like I go down rabbit holes. Like this is just my nature. And I know this about myself now. And so it gives me permission to be like this, right? And so you'll see in my incarnation cross how that's important, and how honoring that will give me the freedom to just be myself and then make this contribution in the world and feel satisfied. And so, and then that is necessary for the three, which is to go out and try things. So in order for me to go out and actually try things like making these videos, for instance, and see what works and what doesn't work, I have to feel confident enough, and that is by doing the amount of personal investigation and learning, and investigating for myself through experimenting, what works and what doesn't work, so that I can give that information to the people that I am supporting or influencing or making a contribution in the world in this way. Um, and so this, in essence, is how my life imprint is is affecting other people, is this right angle cross of contagion. And there's you'll see a left angle cross or a right angle cross. And just for you to know that there's more right angle crosses um, in the population than left angle crosses, um, but there's less of them. And this has to do with the profile. And then there's this other type that's called a juxtaposition, which is a bridge between the left and the right. And basically, they have a lot less wiggle room on being the design of their expression. They have, it's a lot more difficult for them to get off track, and how they express their incarnation cross. So these people are sort of like a little bit of both, but they wind up being much more like less of a possibility of getting off track, let's just say. So you can see all the gates that are shown. The first two are the sun, and then the earth sign, this earth gate of my personality. So the black is on top, and then the red, which is my design side, is underneath that. So it goes sun, earth, sun, earth. And the message is that my cross carries the energy of desire and to experience what I desire. And I'm the one who tries to new things out all the time. It's my impulse. And the rest of us benefit by the results of the experience for good and bad. And I also carry the energy that wants to say yes. So I may need to manage this tendency, or I can get overwhelmed by all my commitments. And this is very true. And so over the course of recognizing this and understand this, like I said, it's brought a lot of ease and grace into my life, because I can give myself permission to make mistakes, because I'm supposed to do this. And if you're conditioned to be someone who was brought up to believe like you need to be an A+ student, and you can't ask questions, because if you make a mistake, then you're wrong and you might look bad, that you can see how this would show up in a lower vibrational expression of what I'm naturally designed to do. And so this has been such a saving grace for me, because also I give people permission to make mistakes for themselves too, and then sort of relieve, like allow people the grace to make mistakes and to try new things out, because I'm literally like being the contagion of desire and new ideas, and then giving people permission to do that for themselves. So our expression and our essence of our incarnation cross gives people the experience of this when we're in relationship. And so um, you can see how it's not necessarily always about yourself. It's about how you're showing up, and the frequency of this message, of your theme of your lifetime, is imprinting the field with this to benefit humanity. And one more thing about the right angle cross versus the left angle cross, which I recently learned, is that the right angle crosses, which are there more, I think about 64% of the population, are expressing this as they discover themselves. So it's an individuation type of expression. It's more about a relationship with the self. However, the left angle crosses are about interpersonal engaging. So the way that may get expressed for themselves and for other is through relationships. And so the interactions of others will activate or have the experience of their incarnation cross in their life. Like they might get set off by some relationship that gives them the expression or gives them the experience of that, and for the other person as well. So check out your incarnation cross, look online, do a Google search, and find out what it says about yourself. It will show up on your body graph wherever you download your free one, and just let it marinate and see how it sits with you. And it can also bring up for you sort of this spectrum of like, how well do you feel that this is going on for you, and how well are you feeling good about this, the way that it's getting expressed? And if not, it may be a really amazing place to start to look at how the shadow aspects of this might be showing up, and to give yourself permission to just explore that with loving awareness. And so this ends the short little video on incarnation crosses, and I look forward to seeing you again on video number 6.